Hello viewers, in this video we are going to interview the core team members of Dental Dost. It's a startup which is based out in Pune, and I'm really happy that all the core founding members of Dental Dost are going to share their perspective and their journey till date. I welcome all the core members of Dental Dost team and just I want to tell you one thing because it's really exciting to have you here because till now in this series we have not done or we have not interviewed all the core founding members of any startups, but this is going to be very exciting for me because this is where I'll get to learn so many aspects, because when four members comes together you will share your perspective, your journey, and I'm hoping to learn something new today. I welcome you again for this interview.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Yeah. So the first question, basically, can you please introduce yourself to our viewers so that they will come to know who are you, and what are you, and also basically what is your role in Dental Dost?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So I would like to go first.
Yes.
Myself, Rajat. I have been in and out of startup ecosystem for over 10 years now.
Oh.
I have had startups in the past. Started off as a blogger back in 2007.
Wow.
Uh, then got into shoes of developer, became an entrepreneur, tried starting few startups, have had businesses, traditional business like co-working space. So I run a Pune's first pioneer co-working space chain called CoHive.
Oh. Okay.
That's how most of us met each other.
Okay.
Because I also have a bit of community background with
Mhm.
Google developer groups.
Okay.
That's GDG. That's how me, Gautam, and Vidhi met.
Okay.
That's how we started.
Wow.
So I'm a co-founder of Dental Dost along with Vidhi, and Gautam and Amrita. They are the core team. They joined
Hmm.
almost the same month when we started with the concept.
Oh, that's really wonderful to know. I think, Mr. Gautam.
Yes, hi.
Hi.
So myself, Gautam Chitnis, and I'm an engineering graduate. And I have been with Dental Dose since 2019. So I've known Rajat for a long time. As he said, we met through Google Developers Group.
Yeah.
So I have been in the technical community. I've been active as a volunteer and as an attendee since almost like for 5 to 6 years now, or maybe even more than that. So that's when I got to know Rajat. So I knew him for a long time before we got into Dental Dose. But then when he shared that he was starting something like this, and this was something that is not being done in India right now,
Mm, yeah.
that's something that was really intriguing, and that kind of got me into this space. So I mostly take care of all the technical responsibilities, right from building our application, maintaining it, making sure that all our users get the best possible experience when they are using what we are trying to build and put out for them. And at the same time, I also love building technology inside or outside of the company. I almost started tinkering with tech since I was in school. So
Okay.
since then I knew that I wanted to work in this domain, and I wanted to build something that was groundbreaking,
Mm.
which is something that I found with Dental Dost, as it was my first big professional experience in the industry.
Wow, I think two techies and people, and we have two doctors. So let us hear from them actually. Yes,
Yeah,
please.
so I am Dr. Vidhi, one of the co-founders of Dental Plus, along with Rajat. And I come as a background as a dental surgeon. So I'm a holistic dental surgeon, if I may say that way. I've
Okay.
believed in more of a preventive side of dentistry than prescriptive side of dentistry. In the earlier years of my practice, of my dental practice, what I realized is there's a lot of things which are wrong when it comes to oral healthcare in India.
Mm.
Especially. We have a lot of dentists, yet there are so many problems which are not addressed or solved. So if we try to solve this problem in a holistic manner, in a preventive manner, it can lead to a lot of change. A
Mm.
lot of prescriptive treatments can go down this preventive approach.
Mm.
Again, with that, we need to have a good understanding of why oral health is important, why you should be considering it as one of very important elements, and why
Yeah.
if someone is suffering from some kind of heart disease, he or she would take it really seriously. But when it
Mm.
comes to tooth, right, we have 32 teeth. It's okay. That actually should not be the thing. I've been knowing Rajat, my co-founder, since a long time now. Since we've known each other since 10 years almost.
Oh.
And while I was talking to him during my years of studying and even my years of practicing, what we came to the idea of that we should be having something which is, involving both technology and dentistry to solve this problem at a greater mass.
Okay.
Although this is my first product startup, but
Okay.
I've always been inclined towards the technical parts. I've learned a
Mm.
few other languages. So I've always been aware of what's happening in the technology and what kind of new disruptive tech is out
Mm.
in the market.
Mm.
So that's how we initially started, and that's along how Gautam and Amrita joined us later.
Okay. Okay. So we have another Dr. Amrita. Please.
Yeah, so I'm a Dr. Amrita. So I met Rajat and Vidhi in 2019, as Gautam had said. So when I came to know about this concept that how what is our vision and mission. So of making India free of dental diseases. They say that true happiness is only when a person is disease free, right?
Mm.
So nothing is gives us more happiness than being disease free. So, not dental needs are not always on the priority list for everyone. Like, for example, if not anybody suffering from a disease,
Yeah.
then come to know that okay, we are supposed to take these measures then. But dental disease is something that is preventable. You
Yeah.
can prevent these diseases. So, working towards our vision of this, it just aligned. Like Dr. Vidhi said that it's all about making India free of dental disease.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, that's really wonderful to know about your the background. So, can we discuss about dental dose? What I mean is, how you come out is like dental and dose, and like it's a two different aspect actually. And what made you to club these or bring out this name, and what it conveys? That is first question. The second question: how doctors and technical team come together? What is synergy? How the synergy took place? If you can discuss on this, that will be brilliant actually.
Yes, definitely.
So I think I'll take the first part to begin
Yeah,
with.
yeah, yeah,
How
yeah. Well,
those came in. So in 2018, when I and Rajat were just brainstorming about now that I have a clear idea about we need to club it. How do we begin with? So Rajat
yeah.
had a content background. He immediately said we need to have a blog first. Start
Okay.
content around genuine content around dentistry. Because if you Google anything about any oral diseases, it will give you with grave kind of diagnosis, which is actually not so severe. But people read a lot and they are really
Yeah.
good. So we're like, okay, let's start with the content.com thing, but what do we call it as? And then
Hmm.
I had made a long list of, I remember 100 plus names
Wow.
of
Okay.
something around dental care. So denta care, dento care, some kind of Videshi flair, if I may say. But like we are an Indian company and we've had a few startups before. It's like, think Desi. How
Okay.
people would be able to relate it,
Relate.
and then
Okay.
maybe as and when that way. So like if it is a dental startup, dental ka kuch to rehna chahiye. And I was like, what about we want to be as a friend? So
Hmm.
dentist friend, and then suddenly Rajat just said the name dental dost.
Wow.
Right, it's so right. It just completely fits in, and
Hmm.
anyone and everyone can relate to it, and it's something which stays in people's mind. Some
Yeah.
fancy English words won't be in their mind.
True.
And then immediately the next step Rajat did was just check if we have the domain available, and and then he buys all the dentaldos.com, .in,
Okay.
whatever.
Whatever.
And the very next moment we checked if there is any trademark or copyright. There was
Hmm.
none.
Yeah.
So we knew this is the name that we love, and
Oh.
we have access to it. We can
Okay.
buy everything around it. So that's
Okay.
actually out
Wow.
of this brainstorming thing, the name came up, and we've stuck to it since the first day.
Okay. I think.
To add is also that when I had asked her the same thing, how did you all come up with this concept? The word dose means that you want to be there for your
Yeah.
friend.
Yeah.
Because dental is always considered as a dental phobia. People are usually not wanting to visit a dentist unless they have a dental pain.
True.
So we wanted them to feel that comfort level too,
Hmm.
and be there for them. Tell them that we are there for you. For
Yeah.
your needs as well.
And that's
Wow.
how even the mission statement came out to be, to make people experience the comforting side of dentistry.
Okay.
It can be relaxing. It is very much, convenient and so good.
So,
Only if you can see that side. And we are here to provide you with that side of dentistry.
wow. I can easily relate to my journey when I was in a process of deciding name for my initiative, Startup Mitra. So basically, Mitra means again a kind of friend actually. So I think I can easily relate. That's wonderful actually. So now, how the synergy between doctors and tech people?
Yeah. So, I mean, if you look at it, right, we all open our mouth to brush in the morning.
Yeah.
We all look at our face in the mirror.
Yeah.
But do we really peep into our oral cavity to check for diseases?
True.
We don't.
No.
A lot of Indians don't. So that's when the idea came up, right? The problem statement here is very simple.
Hmm.
People don't really look at their teeth
Yeah.
and the problems that could be there in their teeth today, or the problems that may arise in their teeth in the future.
True.
So me and Gautam have been brainstorming a lot about machine learning ever since just the buzzword about machine learning and data science came in,
Hmm.
and we thought, you know what, can the machine really detect
Okay.
caries?
Hmm.
Caries is something that is visible to naked eye, but can a machine detect it?
Hmm.
So that's where it all started. Maybe a tech can play a huge
Huge
role
role. Yeah. Yeah.
in
That.
identifying dental diseases.
Hmm.
You not necessarily need an X-ray
Hmm.
to
Okay.
identify dental disease. X-ray is important to understand the severity of the disease,
Yeah.
but a sign and existence of a disease can be done through a simple RGB image.
Hmm. That is
Yeah,
true.
of course.
Okay.
So yeah, so as Rajat mentioned, so he and I were basically just sitting together. Even Vidhi was there in the room. So we all were sitting in the office, and I had just come to him to meet because we hadn't met for a while, and we were just discussing what are the current trends that are going on, or what are things we are experimenting with. So Rajat happened to be writing something around machine learning at that point, and even I was actively exploring the domain.
Hmm.
So that's where we sort of started thinking that can we put our heads together and do something, and that's when Dental Dost was kind of in a nascent stage. It was still working mostly towards content as opposed to tech side of things, and that's where it kind of came together, where we thought, hey, wait a minute, disease detection is something that is being done in quite a few domains, especially radiography. So is there something that we can do in terms of dentistry? Is there something that we can build to help a dentist, or
Hmm.
to help the patients who don't really go to a dentist for small reasons?
Okay.
That's where we sort of started discussing, and then it was just simply just that we started exploring it. And but when we started exploring it, we realized that there's a lot of work that can be done in this area, and this is something that we cannot just sit together and brainstorm or hack something in 24 hours and just show off. So that's when we
Okay.
kind of got into it, that okay, now we really need to put some serious time into this, we need to invest some time into it, and we need to build something that is viable as a product, or because we were a product startup, so we had to make
Yeah.
sure whatever we are building turns out into a product that helps our patients solve their
Hmm.
specific needs. So
Okay.
that's kind of how we got together. Yeah.
Okay. That's wonderful.
I would like
Uh.
to mention that machine learning is not similar to just coming up with an app or website
Yeah,
in a
of course.
hackathon.
Yeah. Yes.
You have to first research what will work best for the problem that you're trying to solve,
Hmm.
and over and above that, there is a larger problem of identifying the data set. I mean,
Yeah.
the data set is not present
Yeah,
for
of
a
course.
lot of problems out there.
Yeah.
Especially something as niche as intraoral data set, it is almost as good as non-existing anywhere in the world.
That's wonderful. Okay, now the basic question: what does Dental Dost does actually? Like, what is the product is all about, and what is the value proposition you're offering to the people actually?
So I'll start with that.
Yeah.
The base problem that we are solving, as I mentioned earlier, is first letting people know why oral health is important and making them aware. There are two
Okay.
fundamentals which I personally have derived out of my years of practice and talking to my fellow colleagues. Number one is lack of awareness. People are not aware. Second, even if they're aware, they are not guided in the right direction. Now you might know a heart specialist is a cardiologist, a
Yeah.
lung specialist is a rheumatologist.
Hmm.
But when it comes to dentistry, people just know one word, which is dentist.
Dentist.
They have no idea about the 9 specialties and 6 super specialty which exist in dentistry.
Oh,
For
okay.
example, a periodontist would be looking after your gums, and endodontist is the one who does your root canal treatment. You know the root canal treatment word, but
Yeah.
I'm sure many people have not heard about
Not
it.
heard. Yeah.
A prosthodontist is the one who does your dentures. Implantologist is the one who takes care of the implants. So one first thing that we solve is make people aware and tell them if you require this particular treatment, this is the right and the perfect dentist for you who is delivering this form of treatment.
Okay.
Second, now once they're aware, they're motivated, and they understand, we need to get the treatment. We is we make sure the entire process is so easy, and full of comfort again, making it an experience comforting side, right from giving them the free instructions, what all things that they should be aware of before going to the clinic, what they can expect once they're in the clinic, because most people, not just from pain perspective, but even how much would be the approximate budget, what
Yeah.
how many days can I expect pain, or maybe this kind of treatment, for example scaling, or if I may not expect any kind of pain. This is something which we take care of. And even the post treatment instructions, their follow up, for example implants. Now just like if you buy a very if you buy a high end car, you need to maintain it as well.
Yes, yes, yes.
Because if you're going for a high end treatment like teeth whitening or implants, you need to maintain it.
Maintain,
How
yeah.
to maintain it, we take all of that. So this takes part again in two basic scenarios. One is through the 24 by 7 helpline that we have, wherein dental surgeons in my team, they are 24/7 available
Oh, okay.
for everyone. And second is through the app, wherein we have integrated the smart AI/ML card algorithm, and they have the dentist 24 by 7 with them in their pocket.
Okay, okay.
This is all that we are covering through dental.
Okay. Yeah. What is the value proposition apart from like, yeah, you explained about what the dental dose does, or what it actually, but what is the actual value proposition? Is it the dental doctors in the pocket, or what exactly the value proposition to the market?
So the value proposition is very simple. Whenever you hear a word dental care, we want you to think of dental dose, which is actually in your pocket. You can directly scan using our smartphone app, which is on Android and iOS both, and find out what are the problems in your oral cavity. Post that, you can connect with a dentist almost immediately. Like Vidhi mentioned rightly, we are available 24 by 7. So a dentist in our team is available 24 by 7 to solve questions that you may have. And it's not really a bot. It's an actual human dentist who will be talking to you.
Okay.
Right?
Okay. So this service is basically text based or voice based? The connection, what you are going to give between
It's
both. Oh, okay. That's wonderful. Actually, that's a pretty human touch you are giving for anyone who visit your app. That's wonderful, actually. So now coming back to the model, what you're working, can you share your business model, like where and all you based out? How many people you are able to reach? All those things.
Yeah, so I mean, thanks to search engine marketing and the indexing that we have, we receive 50 to 55 patients a day.
Oh, okay, that's
These are
wonderful.
either through the helpline or to the app. So we are able to solve problems of 55 patients a day and roughly 1,700 a month. We take a lot of pride in that.
Yeah.
And so these patients are spread across India. We don't really have control over it. We get it right from tier 1 cities to remote areas.
Okay.
Majority of them are from Pune, Mumbai, Bangalore.
Oh.
Since we targeted these areas when we started out with our marketing efforts and bit of sales offline efforts, these are the areas where we get the patients from. So far we have served more than 11,000 patients.
Oh, okay.
Through
That's
the
pretty
helpline.
okay.
And out of which I think we have been able to serve 900 through our treatments, through our partner network.
Partner network. Okay, that's a pretty good number. Within, like, you started in 2019, and it's we are half away in 2021. So it's like 1.5 year you are able to reach at least 2 years. I think that's a good number, I can say. Okay, now two people coming from community background where they work with GDG, because basically it's a community activity. Two people are coming from say doctor, especially from a dental background. How the like, are you guys working on a community of dental doctors and encouraging them to, or kind of, are you working on those concept community for dental doctors and dental patient kind of stuff?
We are very much working onto that. So one more thing that I would like to highlight when you ask about the business proposition, we do have multiple dental partners. As of today, we have 130 plus dental partners.
Wow. Okay.
And majority of them being from Pune, Bangalore, and Mumbai. These are our first primary cities. And as and when we get leads from particular areas all across India, me having a network of dental surgeons all across India, I have deep roots in the Indian Dental Association and connections in DCI, which is Dental Council of India as well. So it's easy to get in touch and even to have the entire background of the doctors. Now the community through dental those what we are making is, although there are 4 lakh plus dentists in the country,
Okay.
there's a platform wherein we all can communicate, all the dentists in the country can communicate and discuss a few cases, like
Hmm.
forums, webinars. Obviously, there are conferences happening all across, but no such platform where we have access to this specialty in this city or town.
Hmm.
Through dental those we are making an enclosed ecosystem of dental surgeons who
Okay.
have access to all the doctors in dental those system. So,
Hmm.
if they want to discuss anything, whether it's about cases, new kinds of treatments which are emerging in the market,
Hmm.
or just, just have a frank chat about what are the recent advances,
Hmm.
and get an honest opinion. This is the community what we are building. And
Yeah.
I'm really
Okay.
so glad, and I really hold a lot of pride in sharing that people, dental surgeons, even a lot of senior dental surgeons who have
Hmm.
2 to 3 decades of
Oh.
practice are getting in touch with us.
Wow.
The
Okay.
community to give the knowledge that they have acquired through all these years, and
Hmm.
even the new graduates who have experience of 4 to 5 years or 6 years for that
Hmm.
matter, they come and they want to collaborate and join with us. Also, all the dental surgeons, if I may say, who have been reaching out to us, they align with the same vision and mission.
Hmm.
As
Okay.
professionals, we know what are the loopholes, and they can completely directly relate to it, and
Hmm.
they're all joining hands with us in delivering this vision what we have through dental
Wow.
books.
Wow. That's wonderful to know. Okay. Would you like to contribute anything, Rajat and Gautam? Because this is something about the community activity. Because even I believe the present startup and the future of any business is depend upon the community. Actually, if you are able to create a good community, and if you are able to bring that the value to the community, you can grow. There is no
Yes.
matter in that, like there's no kind of look back in that sense. So what is your opinion on this, and how you're contributing being a tech people?
So, I mean, if you observe what Vidhi and I just talked about the business model, it includes two things.
Yeah.
One is patient side, another is
Doctor
dentist
side.
side.
Yes.
So, what our app does clearly talks about the problem we are solving in case of patients,
Hmm.
but the problems that are faced by dentists, it was a little difficult to identify
Yeah.
without really talking to them.
Hmm.
So, when we started out, what we did is we started organizing offline gatherings of
Okay.
dentists in Pune, since
Hmm.
that's where we are from and we know dentists in town. So we organize a few large gatherings of dentists.
Okay.
We talk to them to
Hmm.
understand what are the
Yeah.
business problems faced by them,
Hmm.
and that's how we figured out. There is India has surplus of dentists,
Yeah.
but there is lack of motivated patients.
Hmm.
So forming this community of offline community of dentists
Yeah.
helped us identify an opportunity to form an online and virtual community of dentists.
Hmm. Okay. Yeah, even I was waiting for this because that's how the community activity starts. Actually, you start offline thing, offline community, and slowly expand, and then you become a kind of virtual in nature, so that you can accommodate as many people as possible. That's wonderful. Being in a medical domain, and also you are working on very sensitive area, that is dental, which people most of them are not aware of it, because if they get some pain, they neglect it most of the time. I have seen actually. So now, what are the initial challenges you faced when you started this startup actually?
Oh, tons and tons of it. To highlight a few very important ones.
Yeah.
First, teledentistry is not very common.
Yeah.
Uh, After COVID or pandemic, people have actually started knowing and understanding the telehealth part, and they started
Hmm.
accepting it. But
Yeah.
before pandemic, we started much before the pandemic, with the research and even the product. Not just patients, they were wondering how can we get dental services through teledentistry. It was very new to them. But
Yeah.
dental surgeons, for that matter, my colleagues, my seniors,
Hmm.
they were like, if you're good at dental practice, you have so much of knowledge, just continue with your dental practice. What is this teledentistry thing? Uh,
Hmm.
doesn't
Hmm.
make sense. So resistance not just came from patient side, but that was purely because they're not able to understand. It came through the dental surgeons, the dental community as well.
Community also. Yeah.
This is something, this is not needed, right?
Hmm.
And just to highlight one more thing, when it comes to tech getting mixed with medical field, there's a lot of resistance always, and we even
Yeah.
seen this in the history.
Hmm.
As we can see, even in medical history, it took 150 years for a thermometer to get recognition.
Recognition. Yeah.
Doctors were like, we understand if the patient is hot or cold, and that's it. We don't need a number, we don't need a thermometer. Even for MRI machine, there was so much of resistance. It took 50 years for to convince the medical field MRI is so important. And then you had this ECG machines and everything as well.
Yeah.
So resistance from own fellow colleagues was one thing. Now the game has completely flipped.
Flipped. Yeah.
On the patient side, obviously, now when it comes to if you're suffering from some medical ailments like fever or cough, you can just phone call your doctor and understand and take medicines. But for dental ailments, people even today, a few of the patients they just call us up or on the app they would be like, we just want to visit dental clinic. We ask for what, then we guide them. Okay,
Yeah.
provide teledentistry through the proper tele way. Then they understand, oh, even this is a new way of receiving dental care.
Okay.
Aligning people with the new form of delivering dentistry was a challenge to begin with.
Okay.
And then, other business sides as well. I think Rajat can cover.
Yeah. Yeah, Rajat.
Yeah, I mean, on the business front, right? Like Vidhi mentioned rightly, getting dentists to believe in what we are trying to do with the technology is extremely challenging. But at the same time, if you look at the dental tech landscape altogether, there are chains of clinics, there are aggregators, which the local dentist is already getting affected by.
Yes.
Right. If you look at the aggregators, the kind of pricing model that they have when it comes to listing your own dental clinic onto an aggregator platform, that to having it on one of the top pages.
Yeah.
So there is price bucket for everything.
Yes. Yes.
And what we believed is, since we are dealing with something such as healthcare,
Yeah.
not exactly a restaurant listing platform, right? Healthcare should be completely non-negotiable and transparent. So if I want to know the honest and unbiased review about a particular clinic or a doctor in town, I should have, as a consumer, I should have access to it.
Yeah.
So this review should not be forged.
Okay.
Right? So that's where we kind of differentiated and said that, we don't want to become a listing platform. We will partner with only one clinic in 5-kilometer radius.
Okay.
If you look at dental treatments, in a lot of treatments you have to have multiple visits to a particular clinic.
Yeah.
So it is important that it is in your vicinity.
True.
So we decided we'll not have more than one clinic in a 5-kilometer radius. So we don't want to really welcome anyone and everyone. So it's not an open community. It is a closed community. And the access to it is not by paying the higher check.
Yeah.
But the access to it is based on the credibility, the reviews
Yes.
that you have as a doctor.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sorry. One more thing that I would like to highlight is what
Yes.
Amrita can very much relate to. Even getting that core team of dental surgeons who believe in the mission and the vision, and since startup is something like full time, you cannot work part time. It's difficult for us to gather a team of dentists who can be full time with us.
Yeah.
Even if you see the current situation, some doctors would love to get associated with us, but they were like,
Wow.
you would be working part time when it comes to this because we have a practice. And if you are a medical or a dental professional, to be very honest, practice is something which you should not be leaving. But what I believe, and I think what Amrita has also been on the same path, if you believe in something which requires a full time and it has a greater purpose than just practicing, you might end up doing it. I left my practice completely the day I started Dental Dose.
Okay.
And Amrita, she has left her practice completely since almost more than a year now. So if you would like
Oh, completely devoted to dental dose now. Okay, that's wonderful. Yeah.
This is also I believe that what we are doing is something really that we can, help so many people at one time. I was like restricted to only helping the people that came to my clinic, but wherein I can spread awareness about what everything is about the preventive treatments and all. I can spread it across the nation. So that's something that we also had the same thing in our mind, and that's why like-minded.
Yeah.
And now that we have 8 dental surgeons in my team who have completely devoted to dental dose.
Wow. They're not even practicing. They're just wow.
The dental dose, whether it's teleconsultation or taking care of other field.
That's pretty interesting, actually. Yeah. Now, there is kind of synergy, or it's a kind of a combination of doctors and techie here. So, what is your view of other surgeons who are already there in the market? Like, what kind of tips you would like to give? Because being a surgeon, I've seen a couple of doctors, to name few. I know in my network only, they started something of their own, though they are doctors, right? They're doing something of their own. And you also being a dental doctor, and you are in startup, and you kind of join hand with techie people like Rajat and Gautam, and you club together. Like this, there are many people who wants to do something of their own. What is your tips for them, actually, or kind of advice you want to share?
So we have been actually receiving calls and emails from a lot of doctors all across country.
Okay.
People mentioning that they wanted to do something like this, but
Okay.
maybe it was not the right time. They didn't
Hmm.
have, a great team what we now have,
Okay.
or even guidance for that matter.
Hmm.
When I and Rajat came up with this idea of we need to have technology, especially the emerging one AI to solve the problems,
Yeah.
we had no clue about how do we start. We just
Hmm.
knew that Rajat is associated with GDG team, and we talked to a lot of mentors from
Hmm.
India and even Valley about how can we go about this. And what we received was, this is almost next to impossible because
Oh.
one, we do not have data set. How will we? It's
Hmm.
like starting from the scratch,
Scratch.
not
Yeah.
collecting data set and then think there's no open source as such for this. So
Hmm.
you have to make whatever that you're making a proprietary model.
Yeah.
So I personally have talked to a lot of dentists who want to do something, out of the box, as you just mentioned.
Hmm.
But I would request them, see if you have ideas or vision on the same field or aligning with the same, get in touch with me and we can collaborate together.
Yeah.
Few
Yeah.
doctors came asking, we wanted to do the same thing, and instead of making a parallel product, maybe we can just collaborate,
Collab.
we can
Yeah.
go fast, and we can grow together.
Yeah. That's wonderful, actually.
Second thing, if there is something which they have something very different in mind which we are not doing,
Hmm.
then I would like to tell community, as you mentioned earlier, it helps. If you have community of like-minded people and who have expertise in all these various
Yeah.
backgrounds,
Hmm.
some or the other way you will get away.
Yeah.
Seriously, I mean, these are the little words of some of the very senior ML persons
Hmm.
who had got this is next to impossible. Don't waste your time. But
Okay. But you made it possible. You guys are made it possible, kind of like putting hard work and also the smart work, I can say, because starting from the scratch, when you don't have any data set, and for machine learning, that is important. That's very much like it's a kind of input, actually. But
yes,
without data set, starting a kind of ML, offering it to the dental, it's like brilliant value proposition, I can say, actually.
I remember that day where we got our first report from the model that we made. We were all of us were jumping on the table.
Wow. Okay.
Finally, something is working. I think Gotham can maybe cover a few aspects. We have worked on so many models, and finally, the best one worked with the perfect combinations. We were
Okay.
jumping that day.
Wow. Yeah, Gautam, if you can share your experience here, that would be wonderful, actually.
Of course, of course. So as Vidhi mentioned, there were a lot of different algorithms, a lot of different ways of approaching this. And because not a lot of research had gone into dentistry, particularly priorly in the academic domain, it was really difficult to zero down on one algorithm. Because if you consider a lot of these other problem statements that people are trying to solve using machine learning, a lot of those are usually technical problems
Yeah.
or they somehow relate to technical fields, like for example defect finding in PCBs. So again, it's not a completely software related or that kind of a problem statement, but it's still related to tech. It's still
Yes.
somehow closer to home for technical people. So
Hmm.
there are a lot of even academic research that goes into those things, and that kind of helps a lot when you are trying to build something of your own, when you have a lot of academic research that goes into that domain. But with dentistry, there was not a lot. Of course, there are medical imaging related studies have been done in the past. There's a lot of research available, but that's very specifically dealing with the domain of radiography or dealing with domain of microscopic images and stuff like that. So that was something that we definitely read through. We tried to use whatever inputs we could from such kind of academic research. But at the end of it, what it came down to is that we had to experiment ourselves with a lot of models. And
Okay.
most of the models, so whenever you try to use a certain kind of algorithm or a certain kind of model, it comes very naturally to you because you usually have a data set associated with that model. Whichever research paper you go to, usually when they give you, when they explain a certain algorithm to you, they usually state which data set they used in order to, achieve the results that they did and how they validated their model.
Yeah.
All of those things are available. But when you don't have a data set to begin with, that's where it kind of gets into a huge trouble, and that's where you kind of face the real world reality of it.
Yeah.
How do we proceed from here? So that's some, so we had to spend almost a year or even more than that pretty much into the research side of things. So almost for a year we did not have a model that was predicting anything. We had models that had some moderate success. We had some models which did not work at all, even though we spent almost a few weeks into implementing those, or in some cases even a month trying to make it work, but it didn't work out. And sometimes it was kind of a setback for us because we had been trying for a long time and we did not kind of get any output from that. But when we looked, so whenever we faced those kind of problems, we just looked at the scale at which we are trying to solve this problem. Like we knew that maybe it is difficult to build it today, but if we are able to build it, then this can potentially solve problem for lakhs of people. So that's kind of what kept us going in the whole process of building this kind of a tech product. And of course the doctors that helped us out, right? So these dental surgeons that are on our team, they were the most critical part of the whole operation, is what I would argue, because a technical person can build the best possible model out there, but if the domain expertise is missing, then it's really not possible to achieve the kind of accuracy that you want to achieve. So because these dental surgeons were diligent enough to stick with us every step of the way, we explained how the model was working to the best of our abilities to them. We told them that this is how it works, and they said that, okay, if this is how the machine is going to think, then maybe we can create the data set in a certain way. Maybe we can give you that data set in a certain way that the machine will understand it better, understand it more easily. So that's something that we worked on. We built a lot of proprietary tech in this whole process, wherein we had to figure out how we can manipulate the data. So what most of machine learning talks today is mostly about how you can build a model and how you can increase the accuracy. But what's missing from most of these machine learning discussions that are going on now, the awareness is coming in. But what has been missing for a long time is the data collection part of it, or the part where you need to work on the data, you need to understand the data. So data science part of it has mostly been missing. Even when you talk about data science, most of the people draw conclusions so as to machine learning and AI. And even when you are, let's say even if you are able to get the data, you are able to build a model, running that model in production is a whole different monster. Like dealing with that has been one of the biggest pain points of the industry. In fact, recently people like Andrew Ng and his deep learning.ai has been doing a lot of awareness spreading work in that domain. Being associated with GDG, we have been informed of these things in the recent times, that they are trying to help people understand that building machine learning and deploying machine learning are two very different things. And if you are not able to do it in the right way, then it's probably not going to help you build a great product. Which thankfully, after all the research that we've put in and all the countless hours and sleepless nights that the whole team has put in, not just the technical team, even dentists have put in the fair share, more than fair share of their time into helping us out wherever they could. So that's like whatever we have today is an amalgamation of what all we have put in till now. So that's how it is.
Okay, that's wonderful. I think you are in a bootstrapping model, right? You are not raising any funding as of now.
We have raised a friends and family round.
Okay. So that's a basic of any startups.
I would say, yeah.
Okay. So can you share your views on bootstrapping, and also how is your journey while developing this? Because it's been like almost 2 years, and in 2 years, how you sustain, and what are the strategies you adopted to raise maybe very small amount of funding so that you can sustain for a long time. So if you can share your perspective.
So as they say, right? If the business model is great, it should not require an external funding.
True.
We are complete and firm believers in that. Though a model like ours, with a lot of technical and research work needs to go into, it does require an initial push. But that push, the capital required for that push is not exactly extraordinarily high that you cannot raise it internally.
Hmm.
So that's what me and Vidhi have been firm believers in, and we initially bootstrapped it together.
Okay.
Uh, then when in last lockdown, I think dental clinics were shut,
Yes, yes.
revenues were shut as well through helpline. That's where we had to look for a bit of external capital, and we raised it from a very dear friend
Okay.
to further push it.
Okay.
Now we are in active process of raising an external capital, only because we know the model that we want, and it is working out really well for us in a smaller geography.
Hmm.
In order to reach the scale that we want to reach over 3 years, we require a bit of push from
Yeah.
capital side of things.
Hmm.
But again, the whole idea is to shoot for the profitability and aim for it, than just looking at acquiring more users and not adding anything into the company.
Okay, that's wonderful. Yeah, I think when I asked Rajat to share some brief note about the co-founding team, he mentioned something about Dr. Amrita. She's a rank holder and a columnist or something like she writes blogs and all. Amrita, can you share your perspective of joining this team? Because coming from a different perspective, you're not a techie, you're a hardcore doctor, and also you're a writer. And joining this team and exploring something new. So, can you share your perspective on this?
Yeah, so I have always been a very academic person, and I had always been topping in my college times. I'm a Maharashtra level topper too,
Okay.
and that's when I understood that I wanted to do something more. It is
Mm.
something not just my clinical practice, but also something that spreading awareness, because
Yeah.
when I used to practice, it was there is a lot of struggle to explain patients that
Mm.
you could have prevented this,
Yeah.
in the very first place. But just because the delay in the process of the treat, or people don't want to visit a
Mm.
dentist, they
Mm.
are just making it more worse for themselves. That's when I realized that I wanted to make people more and more aware,
Mm.
and that's how Vidhi and Raja gave me the opportunity to explore that creative side of
Wow.
mine.
Okay.
That
Okay.
that push was also there from Vidhi's side, that yes, you can do it, and it worked really well for me. And that's
Mm.
something that I really it's like my passion now, that writing about dentistry, that I'm something so good at,
Mm.
how I can put my academic skills to something so creative, also
Okay.
coming from a very creative background. So that exploration was there, from Vidhi's side also, that push, and it really worked well for me.
Okay, that's wonderful actually. Yes, team, I think we have come to an end. If you want to share, or if you want to share something, some inputs or anything, this is open invitation for all of you. Please go ahead.
So I would just like to say one thing. This is more from a mission and vision point of view. See, if you look at India as a geography and the spread of dentists across India, we have more than the required ratio,
Mm.
and yet we rank first when it comes to oral
Yeah.
care cancer, oral cancer, and other oral
Mm.
diseases, right?
Mm.
So we envision that one day our technology will be able to identify early signs of oral cancer,
Mm.
and our dental fraternity and the community around dentistry would be able to solve these early diagnosed cases of oral cancer.
Okay, that's wonderful. Yeah.
Yeah,
Any
so
other
I think
team?
on the
Yeah.
same note, right, to continue on what Rajat said. So whatever it is, when it comes to oral health, and dentists just don't deal with teeth. We have
Mm.
been saying this over 2 years now. It's not just teeth or gums that we deal with. It's the
Yeah.
face. It's the Botox treatment. Dentists can do hair transplants or PRP treatment. So it's like the entire face, neck, and head region, not just
Mm. Teeth. Yeah.
so whatever that is in these area of AF, face, neck, or head region, whatever problems where what people face, it should be just DD, just dial DD or just message DD. Don't Google, don't go for the information which could not be authentic. Just
Mm.
dental doctors just reach out to the dental surgeons, and we would take care of whatever that is required.
Wow.
And
Okay.
I firmly, oral cancer thing which Rajat just mentioned has been
Mm.
very close to me. We want to create that kind of awareness wherein people can approach us not on the first step of cancer but pre-cancerous
We can.
stage, so
Mm-hmm.
that we can improve their life, their
Yeah.
life, the quality of their life, and everything is more. The number
Mm.
of people that are losing their lives in India due to cancer, it's horrible. So
Okay, that's wonderful.
come around that and make some kind of effect, when it comes to the healthcare industry.
Hmm.
That's wonderful.
Okay, that's wonderful. Gautam and Dr. Amrita, would you like to share any of your like maybe feedback or perspective?
Yeah, so I mean, so the one thing that I would like to share over here is, so you talked about capital, or how we are,
Hmm.
trying
Yeah.
to bootstrap, we are trying to keep things as lean as possible. So
Hmm.
of course, when you're trying to keep things lean, there are difficult times. Like
Yeah.
when lockdown happened, we all were concerned, even though, so Rajat takes care of the whole business side of things, but at the end of the day, when it's a startup, everyone knows
Everyone.
everything.
Yeah.
So everyone was a little concerned, but that's when Rajat and Vidhi as co-founder stepped in and kind of gave us that confidence that it's fine. We are the experts of our domains, and we will make sure that we make it through this time, and we will make sure that it doesn't come to you to worry about it. If
Okay.
you guys are experts in technology, if you guys are experts in dentistry, then just take care of those domains, make sure that you are giving your 100%, and we will make sure that we don't let you down. And they did, like, they helped
Wow.
us make it through this time. And it was really difficult, like, because most of us who were on the team, we had not worked remotely before, we had not experienced this kind of experience, we did not have. And
Hmm.
more importantly, it was, so even in India, in the other countries, it's very easy because internet is not a problem.
Hmm.
It's very
Yeah.
easy, everyone just jumps on a Zoom call and it's easy for them to get done with things. But it's not the same here, we face
Yeah.
so many challenges on a daily
Hmm.
basis. So
Hmm.
keeping the whole team together, keeping their morale up, was something that these two have pulled off brilliantly. And that's something, I think, that is the secret ingredient, I would say, to whatever we have been able to achieve. Because if these people had not kept us together, if they had
Yeah.
not made sure that we stay focused on what we are best at, so they brought the best out of each and
Hmm.
every individual in the team. And I guess that's the main thing that I would like to say about Dental Dost, or why
Okay.
I prefer to work here instead of anywhere else in the entire world. Because
Okay.
they bring out the best that I can build, or they can bring out the best that I
Hmm.
can do in my domain. So yeah, that's like my 2 cents about why I work here, or why I love this company.
Okay, that's wonderful. Yeah, I think Dr. Amrita.
As Vidhi used to say, preventive over prescriptive. So that's what we are working on, and as Gautam also said correctly, that these two are heroes for us, like driving us, always keeping that thrill alive to
Hmm.
keep going, believing in us too. It's not only believing in the business part of it, but
Yeah.
in what is ethical too. We work towards ethics too, so that just makes it more easier for us to work with such a company.
Okay. Wow, that's really wonderful to know. I think you guys are complementing each other in all the aspects. I think yes, yeah. When Raja said let us do a kind of interview of all the four pillars of this startup, I thought okay, let me check how it goes. But after interviewing or after discussing with you guys, I think we'll get a perspective of how the core team works instead of listening from one perspective or one person. When all the core pillars of the startup comes together, they share their vision, their perspective, their feedback, and their happy moment. That's kind of really I like to be a part of that actually. And I really thank you for coming here and sharing your feedback with our viewers. Thank you guys, and I wish you all the very best for you and as well as Dental Dose actually.
Thank
Yes,
you.
thank
Thank
you.
you so much, Nidish. I would
Thank
just
you.
like to end on this concluding note that you or your viewers, anybody who's ever traveling through Pune,
Mm.
when things go back to normal, obviously,
Yeah,
do stop by our offices, the
sure.
8-member team. We would really like to show you the perspective of how we function together as
Mm.
18 members and 8 dentists in 18-member team.
Wow,
Thank you.
that's really wonderful. I'll if I coming to Pune, definitely drop in once, and I'll be happy to meet you guys there itself.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, so it was.
Thank you, Nidesh, for giving us this chance to,
You're
getting
welcome.
our core team members to talk and, to interact as a together as a team, and not just the two of us. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah. I really thank you because you created that opportunity for your team members to talk. Actually, that's very according to me that is what empowering each team members. Because when you give an opportunity and when you show a person what is his worth in the company, they will like you. You're creating a loyalty in him actually. So and they're the asset. Yeah, these two people are your human asset actually. I can say so. Maybe some people or some startup may take this as a kind of encouragement, and they may also do the same thing. Again, I thank you, and I wish you all the best. Happy
Thank you.
weekend, guys.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you.
you. Thank
Yes.
you.
Okay. All the best.
Take care.
Yeah. Yeah.